Sanibona guys, I hope you're all doing so well. Today guys, it's a quadratic equation. Now, in quadratic equations, we're gonna use formula, which means when you solve quadratic equations, you use formula. And this one is our standard formula, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. It means for us to have a standard equation of a quadratic, we ought to have 0 on the other side and have a quadratic trinomial. Basically, a tri means 3 terms. Trinomials means 3 terms. First term, second term, and third term. We must have 3 terms. Now, quadratic equation, how do you locate an equation that is quadratic? It means that equation must have a coefficient of a variable with a squared, which means must have this some sort of an x squared. In most cases they use x, but any variable as long as that variable has got squared. And our middle term must have what? Must have again a variable with an exponent to power 1. Our exponent is to power 2. This one is to power 1. And C represents our constant. I hope I'm clear in that one. This C represents the constant. Now, here's the thing. Here's the formula we use for solving quadratic equations. This one. X is equals to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, these alphabets A, B, C, they come from this standard equation of a quadratic. This A is this one. This B is this one. This C is this one. I hope you are clear on that one. Which means whenever you see a coefficient of x squared, a value that is in front of x squared, you must substitute where you see A, which is here and here. And in this case for B, where you see a coefficient of x, in this case is B. If there's going to be a value there, you must put it where you see what? Where you see B, here and here. And our C is our constant, which is here. Constant is a number. Constant might be a whole number. Yeah. Constant might be integers. Yes, those are constants. Where C is our constant, which means it's a number with no variable. We call that number a constant. Now let's come to the example. Solve for x. These questions are very important. They're going to appear in your examinations. Solve for x. Number A, 2x squared minus 9x plus 10 equal to 0. Now, I just taught you about the use of what? Of quadratic equation. Now we're going to use this equation to solve for x. Hurry. Let's write it down here. And what's it? X is equals to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This formula you must know it until your matric. Even after matric, you will still learn about this formula when you continue with mathematics. Now, let us substitute. Remember, this 2 is our what? Is our A. This negative 9 is our what? Is our B. And this 10 is our what? Is our C. And our equation is in standard form because of what? Because of this 0. If we have 0 on the other side, that means we are good. If you must have a 0 on the other side for you to confirm this is a quadratic equation. If there's no 0 on this side, you must make sure that you take that number any number, as long as it's not 0, you must take it to the other side and be left with 0 on the other side. That's the basic logic behind quadratic equations. Okay, substitute. I give about this minus sign is of b, and you leave it aside. You say minus, and you open a bracket. I get b. Where is b? B is our negative 9. Again, you put negative 9. Where is b? You close the bracket. Plus or minus. And you remember, plus or minus, it shows you're going to have two solutions. Okay. Then they introduce the square root here. You open a bracket. B still is negative 9. Okay. So this negative 9. You're gonna put it here also. Negative 9. You must not remember. You must remember the squared. Squared. Okay. Yes. Squared. Minus. Here minus 4. Remember, 4 is on the formula. You must never forget about this 4. It's on the formula. You must put it. Then A 2. Where you see A, put in 2. You say 4 times 2. You close the bracket. You open the bracket. C is positive 10. Put 10 here. Then you are done with our numerator. You come down. You say all divided by 2 multiplied by, 2 multiplied by bracket. What is our A? Our A is positive 2. Therefore, put in 2 here. Here's our X. Here's our X. Then on a calculator, the first value, you must start with either positive or negative. I hope I'm clear on that one. Let's put on a calculator here. So now we'll start with positive. I will end with negative. So on my calculator, I'm gonna say, just check on the calculator. Then I'm gonna say fraction. Fraction. I say minus negative 9. And guys, negative 9. I say plus square root. Bracket negative 9 squared minus 4 bracket 2 close bracket open bracket 10 close bracket. Then I go on my denominator. I say 2 open bracket 2 close bracket. Then my answer, it gives me 5 over 2. Then into decimals it gives me 2.5. So x gonna be 2.5 or x is gonna be, and here we're gonna have two solutions of both positive and negative. Then on the very same calculator, without wasting any time, you go back to your calculator. Go back here, guys. Here's it. You just change this positive sign to negative. Just only the signs. Then you say equal to. It's gonna give you 2, positive 2. Then your x is positive 2. Then you are literally done, guys. You are literally done with the first example. That's how you do it. That's how you solve a quadratic equation. I hope I'm clear on that one. I hope I'm clear on this one again, guys. Yes. Now we go to the second example. We are going to the second example. So for x, now we are going to the second example, number b. Number B, second example, it says x squared minus 5x equal to 6. How to solve for x? Number B, x squared minus 5x equal to 6. Now, there are many ways to simplify or to solve a quadratic equation, but one of the ways is through the use of this quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 is all over 2a. That's the quadratic formula we're going to use here. Now, remember, we have a standard equation. We have a standard quadratic equation. Now, here's our standard quadratic equation. It's our standard quadratic equation. It means we must have 0 on the other side. We must have 0 on the other side. Now, between these two sides, on each side do we have 0? There's no any side in here that you have 0. That means the side with less terms must be removed, or the number must go to the other side. Let me just make it clear. Now, I give a 1 another x squared minus 5x equal to 6. This 6 is our constant again, which is c, is our c, this 6. Therefore, for us to make our work simple, we'll take this 6 to the left so that we can be left with 0 on my right. Okay, so we're going to have x squared minus 5x. And here I'm just transposing this 6 to the left. Is going to take the negative sign. Here, a positive sign, positive 6. It's going to be minus 6 equal to 0. Then you can see good, this is a quadratic equation. Why? Because it has got 3 terms: first term, second term, and third term. Why? It has got a squared. Why? It has got a variable that is to power 1. And here is x to power 1 again. And you've got a coefficient next to that variable. Why? We have a constant which is negative 6. Why? We've got 0 on the other side, which forms part of this balanced equation, or general equation of quadratic. I hope I'm clear on that one. Now, let us apply the quadratic formula again. Now, x is going to be equal to, remember, you go back to the equation, formula, I give it a minus, this one, this negative sign, you open a bracket. What is our b? Remember on our formula here, I give it a 1 invisible 1. We've got invisible 1 there. Then now we know this invisible 1 is our what? Is our a. This negative 5 is our what? Is our b. And this negative 6 is our what? Is our c. I hope I'm clear on that one. Now I'm gonna have a negative. What is our b? My b in this case is negative 5 minus 5. Label plus or minus square root of, what is my b inside the square root sign? I open the bracket again. What is my b? My b is negative 5. Negative 5 squared minus 4 is in the formula. You don't leave it out. You must always have this 4 all the time when you use this equation. 4 times, what is my a? What is my a? My a is positive 1, invisible. You close the bracket, you open the bracket again for c. What is my c? My c is negative 6 here. This is my c, negative 6. Put negative 6 inside the bracket there. Then all divided by 2 multiplied by, what is my a? And here what's a? 2a. What is my a? My a is 1. Then you put 1 here. Then therefore we're going to have 2 solutions. X is equal to, we're going to have 2 solutions of negative and positive. You go back to your calculator. Guys. You say fraction minus, and you must just put minus there. You open a bracket, negative 5, close bracket. I start with positive plus square root, open bracket, negative 5 squared minus 4, open bracket 1, close bracket, open bracket, negative 6, close bracket. Then I go on my denominator. I'm going to have 2 in 2 yarona compulsory that you must put in 2 times 1. Then our answer there is positive 6. Our answer there is positive 6. This is our first solution, or x yarona is going to be equal to, and here you've used positive as is our first answer, then you're gonna just remove this positive sign and put negative sign there to find the second solution. I'm gonna have -1 as my second solution. -1, therefore I'm done. You can solve this in many ways, but this is one of the ways, through the use of a quadratic equation, guys. I hope I'm clear. I hope I'm clear on that one. Number three. Number C, which is number C in this case. Number C, we've got x 2x plus 1. No, 2x plus 1. No, this one here is a quadratic. Then the third one is x plus 2 over x minus 1 equal to. Yes, guys, so number C is x plus 2 over x minus 1 equal to 4, or to solve for x. Now, when you deal with equations that have got brackets, you must find the LCD, lowest common denominator. In this case, you just check your denominators. And whatever you make sure that let's check our denominators is x over 1, x minus 1, and over 1. Okay? So now you're gonna multiply your denominators. For you to find the LCD, you must multiply all the denominators. Hurry. 1 multiplied by x minus 1 is x minus 1. Okay? X minus 1 times 1 is x minus 1. Our LCD is x minus 1. You multiply your denominators to find your lowest common denominator. Now, after you found your LCD as x minus 1, you're gonna multiply each term by your LCD. Which means this x minus 1 is going to multiply the first term, which is x, the second term, which is 2 over x minus 1, and last term, which is 4. Okay. So x multiplied by x minus 1. Okay. So by x multiplied by, and you've got, if you say multiplied by, there are fractions here. X multiplied by x minus 1. Okay. Give fraction. I mean, give multiplication. When you multiply, you can say bracket is still fine. Okay, guys. Plus 2 over x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1. Okay. 2 over x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1 is equal to 4 multiplied by x minus 1. You just multiply each term by x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. Alright, guys. Now it's very simple. Your aim now is to break down this bracket. That's your aim. How do you collapse bracket? And here another term I can do bracket. This term, which is x, is going to multiply each and every term inside the bracket. And get over x times x, x times -1. Okay, that's how you collapse brackets. Alright, x times x, x squared. X times -1 is minus x. Okay, I was simple as well. Yes. Then now I multiply. Okay, and x minus 1 is my numerator. In this case, what's over 1. X minus 1 is my numerator. X minus 1 is my denominator. When I multiply, if you've got the numerator that is the same as my denominator, when I multiply, they cancel one another. Which means x minus 1 divided by x minus 1, they cancel one another. We're left with positive 2. Okay? So plus 2. I hope we are clear on that one. Because this x minus 1 is my numerator, This one is by denominator. We're going to cancel one another and we left with this 2. You bring it down. This 2 is equal to, remember our aim is to collapse bracket. Okay, so when you collapse them, this 4 is going to multiply each and every time inside this bracket. Okay, 4 times x, 4 times negative 1. Right? Hurry. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Then that's how you do it. Then there are no brackets, and here you collect the like terms. You collect what? Like terms. Sorry. X squared. X squared has no like terms, and here you leave it like that. X and x are like terms, and here therefore I'm going to transpose it positive 4x to the left. It's over minus x minus, and here I just say plus minus 4x. Right? Like terms again. 2 and 4 are like terms. The constant again. You get over plus 2. I transpose this negative 4 to the left. Over positive. Over plus 4 equal to 0. Remember our aim is to put 0 on the other side. Then you add the like terms again. X squared negative x minus 4x, and here's an invisible one more. You have a negative 4. And if when you add like terms, you add the coefficients here, which is negative 1 and negative 4. You add them. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5x, and here guys. Then 2 plus 4 is 6 here. Equal to 0. Then you are done. In this case, here you are literally done. Alright guys. When you arrive to this case, you see this equation, it's familiar to quadratic. And you've got 3 terms and another squared and 0 on the other side. If the equation is like this, therefore it's a quadratic equation. Because of what I can see there's a squared here, and you know another squared is a squared. There's x here, you know my x, there's a constant which is c, okay, there's 0 is 0, okay. Then okay, therefore there's a quadratic equation. How do you solve quadratic equation? Through quadratic formula. Through a quadratic formula, this formula, quadratic. I can say about let me just use this one. I can say about one and invisible one again. Invisible one is our a. One and negative 5, which is our b. One and positive 6, which is our c. And we've got 0 on the other side, which means it's correct. Then what happens guys? X is equals to what's it like? Minus a b minus, you open a bracket. Level. Let me just write like what here. Let me just write it down here. X is equals to let me just use it for space, guys. Let me just remove, because it's got a space more. Just now, just remove this one here. X is equals to minus, you leave it in here, you open a bracket. B, what is my b? Okay, negative 5. I put negative 5 inside the bracket. Okay, minus 5. You push the bracket, the plus or minus. So 2 solutions. You introduce the square root. Whatever. Then my b in this case is, I get b squared more. You open a bracket. What is my b? Negative 5 again. Minus 5 squared. Don't forget the squared. Minus 4. Okay. You put this 4. Okay, a. What is your a? Is positive 1. What is your c? Then you 4ac. What is your c? C is positive 6. another bracket of positive 6, all divided by 2 again. 2 times what is of A is positive 1. Then you are done. Calculator. You're gonna have two solutions of positive and negative again. So you just on the calculator you just put those two solutions there. Alright. Bracket of negative bracket negative 5 close bracket plus. I start with positive again. Square root of bracket negative 5 squared close bracket minus 4 times 1 times 6. On my denominator is 2 times 1. For positive I've got 3. For positive I've got 3. Or x is equals to I go to my numerator and change the sign from positive to negative.